What's up, everybody? RC right here in the building. Look, unexpected candidates. Who is going to step up and who is going to replace some of that 16 points, 17 points a game that Lucy Olsen averaged for the Iowa Hawkeyes last season? If I remember correctly, she averaged nearly 17 a game. So somebody's going to have to contribute to that offensively. And we know that by committee, and just based on the depth that the team has, we know that there's going to be multiple scoring options. There's going to be, a lot of people that can put the ball in the bucket. We have a lot of players that can put the ball in the bucket. So, but I think that when you ask for unexpected candidates, unexpected contributors, you're looking for somebody who perhaps wasn't that big of a scoring threat last season to become that this year, whether it be due to minutes allocated, whether it be to opportunity given, or whether it just be to just a player getting an opportunity to be utilized to get used more due to potentially scheme, due to potentially injury, which is something you hope that never occurs. And so, instantly, when it comes down to their unexpected candidates to score it, I think that one of the biggest beneficiaries is going to be Ava Hawkeyes. Ava Hawkeyes, for all practical purposes, is going to start. So, yes, it's going to make Hannah Stokey have to adjust at the 4. I can't definitively say that Hannah Stokey will ever be this tremendous outside shooter, but if ever there was a year that her game needed to expand out in terms of shooting and just being fearless in terms of shooting the 3, it would be this season. It really would. So I look at this like, okay, Ava's going to play more. Her numbers are going to go up, and it should. And she's going to give us, some really, really good contribution at the 5 spot, whether it be scrapping, fighting for rebounds, running the floor, which is something that she does really well, scoring in the post. She already has a soft mid-range jump shot. Check out the footage. We didn't see much of it, but I know that it's there. I'm aware of it. So, that should be something where she shoots that, I'll say 14 to 18 foot jump shot. I don't know if she's going to stretch her game out to the 3-point line this season, talking about Ava Hawkeyes, but I wouldn't be shocked if she was able to. I know Layla Hayes, had the big coming in, a freshman out of Alaska, talked about potentially stretching her game out. So, we'll see, but I'm not sure that I don't know how big of a contributor Layla Hayes is. I know that you can use her height at 6'4" immensely. I definitely know you can use her height, but yeah, unexpected candidates to contribute. So Ava Hawkeyes, it goes without saying that getting Kylie Fear back to come back for a, this is a 6th season. I don't want to butcher it, guys. So I'm just going to say she uses her final year eligibility, because I think it's her 6th year that she's using, because I feel like she redshirted, was due to injury because of the ACL. She didn't ever redshirt a year, I don't believe. She did. She used it due to injury, but she didn't transfer out and have to sit, because I don't think the rules changed. I know she originally came from Iowa State, but she uses her final year in any instant and returns to Iowa because she didn't have to. So that's a big booster. And Kylie, if that shot is going, like if she's in that kind of mode where she's, pulling up and a 3 ball is falling, that's awesome. If she could do that at a higher clip, we already know she's going to play some totally dog-driven defense, meaning she's going to be a dog and be driven on a D. I know that Kylie's going to do that. She's going to play the passing lanes. She's really good at filling offensive passing lanes, really good at just, bringing the players together, bringing the troops together to unite and fight together. She has that fighting Hawkeye spirit that you love. Will she be a double-digit scorer? Possibly. Her numbers could go up. Obviously, this isn't an unexpected contributor, but it goes without saying that, I feel like players like Addison Deal, she's instantly going to be like one of the main focal points. So yeah, you'll see unexpected contributors. Expect Ava Heiden's scoring to go up. Look for Kylie Fairback to potentially cross double figures this year. If she get that 3-point ball falling at least 40% and higher, that's good news. You look at a Taylor McCabe and you look at Hannah Stuelke. Hannah Stuelke isn't an unexpected contributor because we know that we need to count on her, and I believe that we will. It's the only question marks with Hannah. The only question mark that we have is just outside shooting, and honestly, and it's just so many ways you can go about that. You could push Hannah to the 5 if Ava needs a blow up if she's in foul trouble. You can insert Tatum Mulaney for playing time if you want to. You can pull in a Jada Jemfy in her final season, allow her to, get some minutes to see what she can do. You could put Emily Rodriguez, who could play, in my opinion, 3 to 4. So look, there's so many different things you can do. You could push Layla Hayes into the lineup, and if Hannah Stuelke's outside shot is falling, then you can play at the 4. I mean, it's a lot of things you could do. But look, honestly, going back to unexpected candidates to contribute, Emily Rodriguez, the name I just mentioned, her and Chit Chat are only going to be sophomores. So I expect Emily Rodriguez, and here's another name, Tatum Mulaney, to really be upgraded when they step on the floor, to really be ready to play, whether they start, whether they come off the bench. I think you need to have zero ego on this team, and I don't think anybody does. But it's got to be mentioned for the sheer standpoint that, it shouldn't matter if you start or come off the bench. It just matters that you're producing while you're on the court. And you don't always have to produce offensively. You contribute defensively by getting steals, by stopping others from scoring, by blocking shots with the aggressive defense played. Unexpected contributors can come on either end of the court. And I do expect if, say, Tatum Mulaney's shot has improved immensely, which we all hope so, Hawkeyes fans, then that's going to be giving her a lot more playing time, and there's a chance that her scoring can go up. I'm more inclined, and it's not because I don't believe in Tatum, because I believe in all these young ladies as Hawkeyes. They just need an opportunity to succeed. Obviously, everybody isn't going to be a star or a big main contributor, but I expect that everybody can perform and help us in their own way. I see Emily Rodriguez being a very unexpected candidate to contribute. I just think that her length, her versatility, her ability to score, not too many people know what to expect from Emily Rodriguez, but I think there's something there. And I also feel like, a name that we can't forget before we end this video is Journey Houston. Like Journey Houston, see, I'm gonna say this. It's gonna be a lot. The best way to tie this together, unexpected candidates to contribute, is to mention there's gonna be plenty of unsung heroes, especially if and when we have a fantastic season. You're gonna see plenty of unsung heroes because there's a lot of players that are unknown. There's a lot of players that transferred from other spots. Not a lot, but Chit Chat and Emily Rodriguez, and there's a lot of people who just feel like, okay, y'all might be too green. Y'all might be too not enough exposed. But I just think that there's gonna be players that come to play. You're playing for Coach Jan Jensen in her second season. The culture is real. Defense is being applied as it was last year, so I don't think the defense is going anywhere. There's a defensive commitment to the culture, and offensively, it's about just putting the ball in the bucket. Whether we got to 3 the opponent into the ground, whether we need to just score 2s to get the opponent into the ground, it's whatever we got to do. You take the easy shot, or you pass it up to get the best shot. And I think that there's going to be a lot of versatility and ability and just depth and balance. That's the perfect word, balance. So, as much as I say unexpected candidates to contribute, balance is going to be everywhere across the board. And that's good. It doesn't always have to be, I need 30 points from one player. I need 25 points from one player. Like, that's fantastic for like somebody that's viewing and they just like, oh my goodness, this one person is on a heating mission. They heat it. They got it going. They just, they blowing the heat everywhere. They hitting threes, mid range. But it's so satisfactory as well to see balance. Like if you could see Ava Heighten with 14, Addison Deal with 16, Kylie Fearback with 11, Hannah Stokey chipping in, 12, 14. It's something to be said about sharing the wealth. So yeah, that's the video. But to conclude the video officially and properly, I'm gonna give y'all unexpected candidates to contribute. Ava Heighten, that's 1. 2, we're gonna go with Emily Rodriguez. I'm not gonna use Kylie Fearback because she is a solid veteran at this, and I think she's going to play really well. But I don't think she's gonna be like, doing major things. Emily Rodriguez, I do expect a lot from her. And if playing time allows for number 3, Journey Houston. So that's 3. Ava Heighten, she'll be starting, she'll be contributing. Emily Rodriguez, she'll find time to play and contribute based on her size, her skill set, her flexibility, versatility. Journey Houston. Look, that's all I got to say. She is going to be a great one. Taylor Strimlow. Taylor Strimlow will shoot the ball, even though I think she's more of a pass-first point guard. I told y'all, I feel like she's Rajon Rondo on that YouTube short I did, whether it was last month or something like that. She's going to be the ultimate fan favorite type of player, hardworking hustler. So yeah, those are 4. And so for me to throw in a 5th name, unexpected contributor, I would tell you guys to take Mulaney. If that shot has improved, be on the lookout. Definitely. But Taylor Strimlow, absolutely. And if you can only get anywhere from say 7 to 10, 11 points from these players, it's an improvement because they wasn't scoring that amount last year. So if you get that, come on, that's satisfactory, especially if it adds to wins. So yeah, that's the video, y'all. I appreciate y'all stopping and watching. I know it's a longer one, but hey, if you watch to the end, I salute you. Hawkeyes fans, Hawkeyes faithful, y'all know what it is. It's me, RC, and I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. Peace.